Have you ever wondered how our modern world became so interconnected? It might feel like a recent thing, with the internet and airplanes, but the story of globalization actually began thousands of years ago. Let's travel back in time to explore the incredible cultural exchanges that shaped the ancient world. Long before emails and cargo ships, ancient civilizations were already busy trading with one another. Think about Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and ancient China. They weren't isolated. They were connected by vast networks that crisscrossed continents. Merchants braved treacherous deserts and sailed unpredictable seas to exchange precious goods. Shimmering silks from China traveled west, while aromatic spices from India and Southeast Asia made their way to the Mediterranean. Metals, textiles, and precious stones were all part of this vibrant global marketplace. The most famous of these routes, the Silk Road, wasn't just a single path. It was a complex web of trails that acted as the arteries of the ancient world, pumping goods, ideas, and people between East and West. These trade routes were more than just commercial highways. They were bridges connecting distant and diverse cultures, laying the first threads of our global tapestry. But what traveled along these routes was far more valuable than silk or spices. Ideas, knowledge, and entire worldviews were also on the move. Imagine a scholar in the Middle East studying Greek philosophy, or a mathematician in Europe learning about a revolutionary concept from India. The number 0. This was the reality of the ancient world. Greek advancements in science, mathematics, and astronomy flowed eastward, where they were preserved, translated, and built upon by scholars in the Islamic Golden Age. Later, this enriched knowledge would find its way back to Europe, sparking the Renaissance. Similarly, the numeral system we use today, often called Arabic numerals, actually originated in India. It traveled through the Middle East, and eventually to the rest of the world, completely transforming how we do math, science, and commerce. This incredible exchange of intellectual capital shows that no single civilization had a monopoly on brilliance. Instead, human progress has always been a collaborative effort, a relay race of knowledge passed from one culture to another across generations. When people from different backgrounds meet, something magical happens. Cultures begin to blend. This fusion created new, vibrant traditions in art, language, food, and daily life. Take the ancient city of Alexandria in Egypt, for example. Founded by Alexander the Great, it became a bustling cosmopolitan hub. In its legendary library and lively marketplaces, you could hear Greek, Egyptian, and many other languages spoken. Scholars from across the known world gathered to share their discoveries. The art of this period, known as Hellenistic art, blended Greek styles with Eastern influences, creating something entirely new and dynamic. You can see this same fusion in the Gandhara region, in modern-day Pakistan and Afghanistan, where Greek artistic traditions met Buddhist themes, resulting in the first statues of the Buddha that looked like Greek gods. This cultural mixing wasn't just limited to big cities. Along trade routes, new cuisines were born as spices from one region were combined with ingredients from another. Languages borrowed words, and new hybrid dialects emerged. This blending demonstrates that culture is not static. It's a living, breathing thing that constantly evolves through contact and exchange. Perhaps one of the most powerful things to travel these ancient networks was faith. The world's major religions, Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam, all spread far beyond their places of origin, thanks to merchants, missionaries, and pilgrims. Buddhism journeyed from India along the Silk Road, reaching China, Korea, and Japan, transforming as it adapted to each new culture. Monks carrying sacred texts braved incredible dangers to share their teachings. Christianity, born in the Middle East, spread throughout the Roman Empire and beyond, carried by apostles and traders. Its message resonated across diverse populations, from North Africa to Europe. Later, Islam expanded rapidly from the Arabian Peninsula, traveling with merchants and armies across Asia, Africa, and into parts of Europe. As these religions entered new lands, they didn't just replace old beliefs, they often blended with them. Sacred texts were translated, rituals were adapted, and local traditions were incorporated, creating unique expressions of a shared faith. This spiritual exchange profoundly shaped the values, laws, and identities of societies across the globe. Alongside ideas and beliefs, technology was also on the move, and these innovations were game changers for societal development. One of the most significant examples is papermaking. Invented in China during the Han Dynasty, this revolutionary technology for recording information slowly made its way west. Before paper, people wrote on heavy clay tablets, expensive papyrus, or parchment. Paper was lightweight, cheap, and easy to produce, and it spread democratized knowledge, making books and documents more accessible than ever before. Other technologies followed similar paths. Advanced metalworking techniques for creating stronger tools and weapons spread from the Middle East. Agricultural innovations, like new irrigation methods or crops such as sugar and cotton, traveled from one continent to another, transforming landscapes and economies. Each new tool or technique that was shared helped accelerate progress, allowing societies to build more complex cities, grow more food, and improve their quality of life. This exchange of technology was a key engine of ancient progress. So, who made all of this possible? Large, stable empires played a crucial role in fostering this environment of exchange. Empires like the Roman Empire, the Persian Empire, and the Han Dynasty in China created the infrastructure needed for safe and reliable long-distance travel. They built and maintained extensive road networks, like the famous Roman roads, which made travel faster and easier. They policed these routes, protecting merchants and travelers from bandits. They established standardized currencies, which simplified trade across vast distances. By creating zones of peace and stability, these empires effectively lowered the cost of cultural interaction. Merchants and scholars could travel with a greater degree of security, confident that they could move through different territories under a common rule or protection. In this way, these powerful empires acted as superconnectors, actively encouraging and facilitating the flow of goods, people, and ideas across their vast domains. The echoes of these ancient exchanges are all around us today. They laid the very foundation for our modern, globalized world. The alphabet I'm using to write this script has its roots in the ancient Middle East. The numbers we use for science and finance originated in India. The pasta on your plate might have been inspired by noodles that traveled from China. These ancient connections prove that history is not a story of isolated civilizations, but a story of shared human experience. Our world has always been a melting pot, with cultures borrowing, sharing, and innovating together. By understanding this deep history of interconnection, we can better appreciate the diverse threads that have been woven together to create the rich, complex fabric of our modern society. The story of humanity is a story of exchange, and it's a story that continues to unfold every single day. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey into the past fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories about how our world came to be. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.